What's going on, guys? Tonight, teriyaki marinated pork steaks, sous vide. Stick around. Alright, so here we go. What we've got are a couple very nice pork steaks. I vacuum sealed them last night in a really nice teriyaki sauce. It's actually, I usually prefer very teriyaki sauce. That's the name brand, but it's expensive. Now, we tried an off-brand of teriyaki sauce and it really sucked. But this time we found a Safeway brand that had all your sesame seeds in it and looked comparable. So we're gonna give that a shot. I vacuum sealed these in the teriyaki sauce yesterday, so they've been sitting in the fridge sucking up that juice for over 24 hours. I got my water to 140 degrees. I'm gonna show you that here in a second. Now I'm doing this without a sous vide unit. There is a unit that I eventually, maybe after prepper stock and I get a little bit more cash coming in. Did I say that twice? Jeez. I usually forget to say stuff rather than say it twice. That I really would love to get. It's a unit that you plug your crock pot into. You set it for whatever temperature you want, and it will shut off, turn on, shut off, turn on, and maintain the temperature at whatever you like it at. Really want to get one of those. It's a lot less expensive than the fancier units, something like you see Big Meat Sunday using. That one's badass, but you don't have to spend that kind of money. This one's like 80, 90 bucks. I'll put a link to it or slide in a picture or something so you guys can check one out for yourself. If you got the money, go out and get yourself one. What I'm doing is just maintaining my water the best I can at 140 degrees, and I'll show that to you here in a second, like I already said. But here's the other thing. Being a low buck prepper, I always look for a deal. And today we found more 50% off pork. I've got about 3 packs, probably about 4 pounds of various cuts of pork. This one is fresh pork for stew. I've got some pork spare ribs. It was all 50% off. This basically came down to, let's see, about just under $2.50 a pound for pork. Try and find that. So at this point, I'm going to grab my steaks and put them in the sink with the hottest water my sink will put out, and let them kind of warm up a little bit, because I don't want to put in a cold meat and have my pressure or my temperature drop in the pot, because this is very difficult to maintain temperature without an actual sous vide, the machine. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to throw these in the water, let them sit in the warm water over there for about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll get to this. Now let's check this out. Okay, and as you can see here, I've been maintaining this for about 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half, right at 140. And that's what we want to strive for. Yep, that's my fancy sous vide unit. A rubber band around the handle with a temperature gauge in there. I'm actually going to show you guys in another video that, you know, these temperature gauges, you've got to check them, because they are adjustable and they will get out of adjustment. Maybe I'll throw that on this video in the end. But for right now, let's cut it off, and I'll show you when I throw the meat in. My meat is at least room temperature, hopefully a little bit more, kind of feels like it. So our water is at exactly 140 degrees. I love this method of cooking because you can't get more simple than this. You put it in, we're going to run this, because it's pork, at 140 for 2 hours. So let's set the timer, kitchen timer, 2 hours, and go. 2 hours, this is going to be a perfect medium. So medium rare, which is the way I like pork. They've kind of dropped the temperatures in the safe zone on pork, and I rarely eat pork steaks or like pork chops or anything like that because it's always dry. So this is my test to see if by sous viding or cooking them by sous vide, don't give me shit big meat Sunday. I can't pronounce that, I don't know what's wrong. But we're gonna let this go. You just leave it, forget it, come back. We'll see you in a few. Hey guys. Alright, we got 30 minutes, actually 28 minutes left. And I've been able to maintain this right at 140 degrees. That is fantastic. And the beauty of sous vide cooking is that if it maintains that temperature, 140, you can cook this all night long, all day long. It's never going to be above, or your meat is never going to be above the temperature that it's cooking in. And that's freaking awesome. Now with my ghetto, you know, rubber band and thermometer set up and playing with the heat controls, well, you got to watch it because the heat could go up, it could go down, whatever. But if you got one of them units like I showed earlier, if you've got that set, it's never going to overcook beyond where you want it to be cooked. Big props to Big Meat Sunday for yet again showing me another amazing cooking skill. I love this. So we'll be pulling this off here in about 26 minutes now, and we'll show you the final product. Okay folks, we're done. Now let's grab one of the steaks out of the cooker. I'm going to throw it right there. Now you don't obviously want to be careful because you don't want to spill all that goodness. Actually, most of that goodness is going to be wasted, but it has already done its job. And I have shitty steak knives. Why even bother? Let's just go to town. Yeah, baby. Alright, now get that steak out of there and toss it on the plate. Oh, that looks good. Yep, making a little bit of a mess, but that's alright. Let's throw that down there. Alright, well, I guess let's give it a shot. Like I said, I'm not a pork fan, but minus bacon, of course. You know, bacon with anything is amazing. Ooh, looks good. It's about the right color. Let's give it a shot. Oh. Wow. I'm not even kidding. That is the tenderest, juiciest pork steak I have ever had. Man, thank you, Big Meat Sunday. You rock for sharing all the information that you do, all the different cooking ideas. I would have never been able to do this without watching your channel. So, y'all, enjoy. I'm gonna eat. Talk to y'all later.